everybody, it's Rich here. Welcome back to the Suffolk Crunch. This is match review time. It finished Ipswich Town 3, Swansea City 0 this afternoon at Portman Road as Town moved a step closer to Middlesbrough. We've closed the gap to 3 points. I know Borough play on Monday night at St Andrews against Birmingham, so we've put a little bit of pressure on them. Anyway, if you're watching live, get involved in the comments down below like Adam has. We will go for 240 likes on this stream. Turn on your notifications bell, hit subscribe, and head over to the Bad Shirt Club website and check out all the gear over there. Use the code TSC30 at the checkout. You will get 30% off your order. If you know any Town fans, send this link to them. Tell them to come and get involved. Like all these lovely, wonderful people down here in the comments. If you're watching live, get involved like Gary did. Gary did say it was going to be 3-0. So well done, Gary. The Fisherman is in. Hope you're well, Mike. Let me know how your brother is. Ben's Life 96. What a performance from free midfield. Neil makes us so much more solid. Mehmeti, what a bargain. Might be getting ahead of myself, but could do a job in the Prem, I reckon. So let's have a look how we lined up this afternoon. Wow, a couple of changes. Walton was in goal. Furlong, O'Shea, Kiprate, Leaf, Davis. Good evening, Dominic. Hope you're good. Yep, I'll pick that up in the morning, Mike. I'm at work. Davis was back at fullback. It was a little bit of a sort of signature performance, John. You did say 3-0, didn't you? Davis back in for Greaves, Matasiwa and Dan Neil in midfield. Wes Burns was in for Igelli. Nunes was in the 10. Mehmeti was on the left in place of Jack Clark. Azon continued up front. Right, who have we got in? We have got Mike Baker, Louis, Tammy, Jeffrey. Anyone else, tell them to come and watch because we're live and we'll be here for probably the next 25-30 minutes. Richard Chandler is in. Come to win. Yep, see you at half time, didn't I, Rich? I said we did say we thought Swansea might score, but they didn't. They lined up with Figueroa in goal, who was pretty good. He was probably their best player. Timon, Burgess, Cabango and Galbraith. Yalkoyi and Staminic in midfield. Eom, Weidel, Nunes, and Cullen was up top, and Vipotnik was on the bench, and he came on in the second half, and they probably should have started him. I know they probably tried to freshen it up a little bit. Ben's Life, that was a Leaf of old, like the 23-24 season down the wing. What an engine that lad has got. He's got an extra lung, I think. But Town, yeah, well, we won't go through like minute by minute. You know, Mehmeti on 3, Azon on 41, Hurst on 74. Those were the goal scorers. Mehmeti, absolute, buries it from just inside the box, top corner. Don't worry about Coventry, Graham. Don't worry about them. We're doing our own job. Elliott's in. Great win. Keep up the momentum and we shall stay near Middlesbrough and Coventry in the quest for promotion to the Premier League. First goal, all about me. This is where people, I think, sometimes, you got to get rid of it. Playing it around the back. Several times today we beat the press. Dan Neil was instrumental in this goal and it won't get mentioned, but he makes a great break from midfield. It gets played out to the left with Mehmeti. Leaf is on the overlap, cuts it back. Swansea defender stretching, and it falls to Mehmeti and he absolutely buries one from about 16 yards, top corner. Ideal start for Town, early goal. And then from then on, really in the first half, I thought Swansea played some good football, but without any real threat at the end of it. And I think they were the ideal team, I think, for Town to play. You know, when these teams come and play and they're not going to sit in, and they didn't sit in all day. And I thought it was a comfortable first half performance. It was an excellent save, Mike, from their keeper from Hurst. We'll get onto that in a bit. But Azon, really good goal from Azon. Little ball inside from Davis. Azon turns on the angle, bends it round Figueroa. 2-0, 41. Comfortable at half time. What game are you watching, Dom? Not sure on Dan Neil. Oh my lord. I need to rub my eyes. I can't believe I've just seen that comment. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. He does need time to settle in. I think he tires. You can see that he's played not a lot of football. But he got another 60 in the tank today. And he's going to be better for it. I like Dan Neil, Nunes, the Mehmeti sort of little triangle. Obviously, Jack Clark was there on Wednesday night. We'll talk about what we might think might happen on Tuesday. But yeah, I thought they worked really well together. I thought Nunes was excellent first half. I thought he's a joy to watch. He's just such a good footballer. Really good on the ball. Right, 71 people watching, only 17 likes. I want to get to at least 40 likes in the next minute. So everyone watching live, hit the thumbs up now. But yeah, 2-0 at half time. I thought Town were a bit sloppy in the first 15, 20 minutes of the second half. I thought we give the ball away a little bit cheaply. And I think if we were playing a better team here, we could have got punished. We got a little bit sloppy. I think sometimes it got a little bit too easy for Town. And I thought, you just get control back in the game. You know, we made a couple of subs. Jack Taylor comes on in midfield for Dan Neil, who he did tire. You could see that he tired. And also he took Nunes off and brought on. Who did he bring on? Jack Clark, obviously. Yeah, Jack Clark came on. Mehmeti dropped in the 10. I thought they were good substitutions at the right time. I agree with you there, Mike. O'Shea was superb today, very much ever at the back. I thought he was really good he was. And he needed a couple of solid games. I think he was good the other night against Watford. Tammy says we took the foot off the gas at times. Totally agree with that. And I think if you're against a better team there, you might let them back in the game, and you didn't really need to. Because Swansea, look, for the good football they played, they didn't have any threat. Nigel said, "Good evening, Rich. Sent Jack a nice message after we beat the Foxes 2-0. He is a good lad. Good win for you." Nigel is a Norwich fan, everyone in the chat, but be kind to him because he's a really nice guy, and he comes on when we do the championship predictions with Jack and Steve, and he always has some good banter. Rob says, "Love Kit Pray's little flick late, second half, breaking the press." Adam says, "We always seem to take a foot off the gas for 5 to 10 minutes and get out of breath." Yeah, maybe they just take a little breath in the game. But I think sometimes you've got to be careful because against better opposition, you let them back in the game, give them a foothold, and if they're good enough, they will be able to score. I mean, the Swansea fans, I was chatting to Mark, who I know before the game, and he was on about, spoke to some Swansea fans. They don't rate Popnik. They said he doesn't do anything apart from score a goal. That's it. He doesn't work, doesn't run the channels. And I think a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we should have signed him in January." Well, we probably didn't sign him because he doesn't fit into how we play. You know, we need more than someone who's just going to stand in the box and put the ball in the net. I don't think that works in our team. It might work in other teams, but I don't think it works in our teams. But yeah, subs. Hurst comes on for Azon and gets his goal. This is all down to Mehmeti, who wins the ball back on the counter press, squares it across, and George is there, and he's now got 2 in 2. 2 in 2 for him, 2 in 3 for Azon. Hurst up to 8 this season. Azon's up to 4. So decent that they've both scored, and I think it's important in it as we come into the run-in that they're both scoring goals, and hopefully that gives them a little bit of confidence. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. This has been a long time since both number 9 scored in the game. I think it was Coventry, the home game, when we won 3-0 at the start of December when they first scored together in the same game. So, like Christopher says there, it's a confidence boost. Mike Baker says that Dan Neil needs to start every game. Yeah, agree with that. Definitely agree with that. I think he's going to build up his fitness now, but yeah, let's not even go there, Dom, about people talking about Walton getting dropped. Hamish says, I want to talk about this free kick. I don't think Vipopnik touched the ball until the free kick at the end. I mean, I think the crossbar at the Sir Alf Ramsey stand is still vibrating now because as he's running up, I see he scored one similar to that against Sheffield Wednesday. I said to me, boys, he's just going to absolutely levers this. And he absolutely twats it. And it's through Walton. He's got no chance. It just absolutely pings off the bar. But other than that, a couple of saves Walton made. Nothing really of note for him today. I thought he was solid. Collected his crosses. I think we looked in the ground. I don't know if you're watching at home what you thought. I think it looked as though we played a little bit quicker today, especially in the first half. I thought we moved the ball through the thirds quicker. There was a couple of times we played some lovely football out from the goalkeeper, and I know everyone shits themselves, but that's why we do it. Within 3 or 4 passes, we're out, we broke the press, and we're away. But Walton's solid. Back four, all solid today. No 10th yellow for Furlong, which is good. So we're now on game week 33 done. We've got to get to game week 37 when it resets. So if Furlong and Matt Seaver can get to game week 37 without picking up a booking, it then goes to 15. So it's important, hopefully, that they don't get another yellow card. I think it's 10 or 11 games Matt Seaver's done now on 9. I think Furlong's nailed on to get a yellow card, probably on Tuesday night against Hull. So if you're a betting man, there you go. Rich told you. But yeah, in midfield, Matt Seaver, Dan Neil, excellent. Dan Neil did get caught a couple of times in the second half, but like I said, I did think he tired. But then Taylor came on, and I think he gave us energy. Matt Seaver actually got subbed right near the end. I think Kieran probably took him off to rest him. I thought his subs were good today. I thought they were smart because he took Nunes off at just under the hour and he took Dan Neil off under the hour because I think they'll both start again on Tuesday night. Here's one for you. I don't think Mehmeti starts on Tuesday against Hull because he played the full 90 minutes today. He's kept him on and he was on a yellow card. He got man of the match. I think Jack Clark will come back in on the left on Tuesday. Everyone might be shouting at me in the chat. That's just my call. I just think how it worked today. I thought Mehmeti was excellent. But I think on Tuesday night, I think Jack Clark comes back in on that left-hand side. Just my opinion. Wes was good. I thought Wes was good. Nunes is excellent. He's just such a good footballer. He's just such a good footballer to watch. He picks up some really good positions on the pitch. I think as he plays more, I think he's a really, really important cog in this team towards the end of the season. I think if we're going to have a chance to get in them top 2 places, I think it's really, really important that Marcelino Nunes plays the majority of the games. And I mean, that's from the start for me today. I didn't really talk about Leif Davis. I thought he was excellent. He made 2 or 3 runs in that second half. Hasn't even got the ball. He hasn't received the ball, but he's literally broke his neck to get up and support and take a couple of players away. So I thought he was great. Rich says he thinks Eggerly starts on Tuesday. I'm not sure, Rich. I like a right footer on that right-hand side, like a Wes or a McAteer who can hug that touchline, but we will see what Kieran does. You know, Kieran will know the best team to beat Hull. It's going to be really tough on Tuesday night. Hull 1-0 today away at Pompey. That's the first time in 60 years that they've won 5 away games on the trot. So they are absolutely flying. We'll have a look at the results in a little bit. And then Azon up top. I thought he was really good. This absolutely blows my mind. Adam thought Leaf had a poor game. Oh, my Lord, Adam. Oh, no. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that at all. Yeah, maybe some of his final balls, but I thought he was excellent going forward. And it shows Jacob Greaves has been really good when he's covered there. But every time Leif Davis is fit, he plays because he gives you that quality, he gives you that energy. But I thought he was very good. Hamish says, Leaf was excellent today, Adam. Are you blind? Adam knows his football, I will say. Adam is on Tractor Noise. I don't know if he's on the next episode. I'll be listening, Adam, when you got your thoughts on Leif Davis on there. Yeah, I'll WhatsApp you in a bit. Mike says Adam's on a wind-up. Adam's not on a wind-up. Look, it's all about opinions, guys, here. It's all about opinions. But I thought Leif was excellent today. I didn't. No, he's not a Norwich fan, George. Don't be silly. Adam is an Ipswich fan. He's a very good friend of mine, and he knows his football. But look, I thought he was great. 4 of you are recording tomorrow. When is it out, mate? It's on Spotify and it's on YouTube. So I'll catch up with that when it's out. And then Azon up front, listen, I've been a real big critic of his. I've said he's not good enough. He has improved tenfold for me in the last few weeks. It's a lot better when he stays on his feet. Do I think that he is the striker that we need in a promotion push? Probably not, if I'm being brutally honest. But I have to give someone credit when they play well and when they've improved. And I thought he took his goal really well. The finish was quality, says Mike. He said he didn't really get involved. A couple of weeks ago, he'd be snatching at the chance. I thought he took it really well. He's just turned and just bent it in the corner, and I thought it's an excellent finish. And that's 4 for the season. He scored against Swansea in both games, which is good. And it's just like when players come, and he's obviously come from another country, and he has struggled and he has missed a lot of chances, but this could be like his time now. You know, he's, as they say, business end of the season. You know, he could score some vital goals here and he could go down in Ipswich Town history, you know, could score the goals that seal promotion. So Rob says Azon could be 9 in the early throes of proving us all wrong. Well, I'm all for people proving me wrong, you know. George Hurst, he's not been great. He scored 2 in 2. Ooh, Mike, that's a big shout. He could be the next Canago. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Pablo Canago, mate, if I'm being honest. And if Town go to the Premier League, I don't think you'll be seeing even Azon playing in it for Town, because I don't think he'd be. Well, there's a lot of these players who we could talk about if we get there, but we've got to get there first. We've got to get there first. So let's have a look at the Championship. We got any fixtures? Right, today in the Championship. Let's have a look. Derby 3, Blackburn 1, Leicester 0. Oh, they're in trouble, the Foxes. Norwich 2. Bit too late for Norwich. Pompey 0, Hull 1. Matt Crooks with the goal there. Late goal. Wrexham winning again away at Charlton 1-0. Cov, late winner against Stoke, but I think it was fully deserved. And the Stoke goalkeeper, if you've not seen the goal, has an absolute stinker there. What is he doing? Oxford 2, West Brom 1. The Baggies are in big trouble. They need to appoint a manager, and they need to appoint a manager sharpish. I've not looked who scored the goals from Millwall. It was a 2-0 win for the Lions. Cundall. Who scored the first goal? Ryan Leonard. So Millwall absolutely flying. They are absolutely flying. QPR 0, Sheffield United 2. Wednesday 1, Southampton 3. So Coventry, top of the pile, 71 for 35. They've got 34 plus goal difference. This is where Town could, when it's this close for the top 2 places, it could come down to goal difference. So you got Borough plus 17, 63, 34 played. Millwall 35, but only plus 7. So 62 points. Town on 60, played 33, plus 25. And then you've got Hull. They're also on 60, but they played a game more than Town. And we play them, obviously, on Tuesday night. They're only plus 8. Wrexham are on 57 now. It's tightening right up. They're on 57 plus 9, and then you've got Southampton, who are hunting them down on 53 in 7th, and Derby 51, Watford 51. It's going to be a foot race to the finish. Town are right in the mix there, but it's a massive, massive game on Tuesday night. It might be a poor league, Rob, but it's exciting, and it's probably one of the best leagues in Europe. Give me the Championship every day of the week to watch, because there's always something happening. There's always a shock. There's always plenty of drama. But for today, it was a real comfortable professional performance by Town. Had a little bit of a dip in the second half. Mehmeti was my man of the match. I don't know who your man of the match were. In the chat, get involved. There's a few times he got in some really good positions, and he just needs to get his head up and make that pass instead of maybe trying to beat an extra man and losing the ball. That was the only negative I'd say about Mehmeti's performance today. A couple of times he's got to play the pass to a player in a better position. But I think he's been an absolute breath of fresh air since he's come into the football club. I mean, 3 million, it's an absolute steal from Bristol City. I know they were hamstrung a little bit because he was obviously in his final 6 months of his contract, and he would have left in the summer for free. So they really had to take what was on offer, but he's worth 10 plus million. And I think he could be just the type of player to get Ipswich over the line, whether it is starting, because I think he'll start a lot of games, but I think there'll be games like Mike said earlier in the chat there that I think he'll come off the bench and he'll make a difference. So it's all about now keeping everyone fresh, keeping everybody fit. Hopefully we can get Jaden Philogene fit soon, but everybody is fit at the moment. Hopefully we haven't picked up no injuries today, but it should be a good game on Tuesday night. If you look at Hull and you look at what they've done, I mean, absolutely fantastic. So they beat these are the last 5 away games that they've won. They've won 1-0 today at Hull. They won at Portsmouth. They have won 1-0 at Blackburn. They won 3-0 at Preston. They won 2-1 at Southampton. They won 1-0 at Middlesbrough. They won 3-1 at Millwall. So 2-1 at Stoke, away from home. I don't think they've lost since, looks like QPR. Let me have a look. Drew 2-2 with Sheffield Wednesday, which was a little bit of a shock. But, I think that's the last away defeat for them was on the, where were we? 22nd of November. So, they're absolutely flying away from home. Got some really good players. They've got McBurney, Geldhart, Matt Crooks scored today. I remember him in the League One days for Rotherham, absolutely bullying us, terrifying us. But look, good game, fair play to them. They've obviously had a transfer embargo. They can only sign loan players and frees. So far, I mean, they've done an absolutely incredible job. I did think they might maybe drop away. Not really, Adrian. It's not a robbery from Ashton for Mehmeti because they had to sell him. They'd either do that or he'd be leaving for free in the summer. No, it's all to play for, Mike. He says second spot is ours. Only some shocking results will stop us. Unlike Fisherman to overreact, everybody. I don't know. It's in our hands. It's definitely in our hands. So we've just got to see what happens. But I'm just looking at the old the lineup for Hull. Got some good players. Jason Kumas' son's there. Geldart. Obviously McBurney, Egan. Sergei Yakarovic has done a wonderful job. But we will get more into that on Monday when we do the match preview. But tonight, look, we're all happy. We've won comfortably 3-0. Could have been more, but I think if you go to a game and your football team wins 3-0, I don't think you've got anything really to moan about. We could all say, oh, yeah, we should have kept going. We could have got more goals. But I think we have to remember that we've got a game on Tuesday night, and there's certain players that he's obviously took off to save their legs and their energy for Tuesday. Like a Dan Neil, I'd be surprised if he isn't in the lineup again. He's got 260 minutes this week. Played in the FA Cup game. Came on at Wrexham last Saturday, so he's ticking along nicely. And also another thing, like I did tweet tonight, I love a player in long sleeves. Leif Davis, Dan Neil, and he wears Adidas Predators. Dan Neil. So there's another tick in your box. Anis Mehmeti, 3 players, long sleeve shirts, proper footballers. Anyway, on that note, that's me about done. So if you are watching live, hit that like button, continue to hit that like button. Like I say, we're going to go for 240 likes. We've got 40 likes already. Mike says he had Hull in for relegation. I think a lot of people did, Mike. I think they've surprised a lot of teams and a lot of people. So they're a team we've got to respect and take very, very seriously on Tuesday night. But yeah, 41 likes so far. There you go, Mike's doing the calculator. But yeah, 240 likes. If you're watching back on YouTube on Catch Up and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Also subscribe to Fisherman's Blues. Get involved in that. Tractor Noise, get involved in Adam's pod. That's out over tomorrow and Monday. YouTube and Spotify. Jason, I wouldn't be buying Azon. I'm sorry. I want a lot better than him. He played really well today, but if we get into the Premier League, ruthless. We need to be absolutely ruthless this time. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Players, shake their hands, say, well done. Thanks for getting us promoted. But we will need a lot of extra quality, physicality, athleticism. There you go. But yeah, keep hitting the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Head over to Spotify and subscribe to the Suffolk Crunch on Spotify. I want it to get up to 100 followers. I think I'm on 89. So if there's 11 wonderful people out there who could go and just give us a follow over there. There's 10 episodes available. They're only short, 7 to 10 minute podcasts. So you can soon catch up if you haven't. Would I have Delap back, Mike? That's a question. That is a great question, as Mark Ashton would say. I probably would, Mike. There was talk about, I see Emil Hiskey in the week talking about him coming back on loan. If I'm being honest, I think he went to the wrong club. I said at the time he should have gone to Everton, even Man United. He needs to play. Chelsea's in and out. He's had a few injuries. But realistically, I think there'll be teams higher up the food chain will be looking at Liam Delap. He might stay at Chelsea. And he might start scoring some goals for them starting tomorrow at the Emirates against Arsenal. Anyway, that's me done. 28 minutes in the can. Fisherman, when are you live? Can you just drop it in the chat, mate? I'll hang around until you put that in there. I'll stay till 30 minutes so we can do a nice 30 minutes. So if you've got any questions in the next 90 seconds, drop them in now. Rob says, Delap, not for me. Hamish says, Delap is now on 100k plus a week. Yeah, but if we went on loan, we wouldn't be paying all of his wages. But it's one that I don't think would happen. I would like to think that whoever we've got lined up striker-wise, and I want at least 2, that we'd know right now. So Mike will be live on Monday night because he's visiting his brother tomorrow. Right, can we have, in the next minute, blue hearts in the chat for Mike's brother, please? If you are watching live, drop your blue hearts down below. Right, we've got 50 seconds. I want to see as many blue hearts in the next 50 seconds as we can, because Mike's brother is not very well. So we're all sending him our best, and we're sending you our best, Mike. So hope he is getting better. There you go, Martin. Well done, mate. Well done, Fisherman. Yeah, get your blue hearts in, Louis. Well done, mate. Top man. Trevor, Rob, anyone watching? Sean, 20 seconds. Come on. More blue hearts in the chat. And then I am out of here, and I'm just going to go and put my feet up. I've been up since 3:45. Been a long old day with the boys today. Work this morning, footy, Mackie D's, Adam's there. Right, that is me done. 30 minutes up the town, 3 points. On to Tuesday, on to Hull City. Match preview coming on Monday and tomorrow night, live around 7:45. Mike, don't go live at 7:45 because where the town walk is live at 7:45. Blue Monday's on at 8 as well, Mike. So if I was you, get yourself live about 7 o'clock. Then everyone can pop over and watch Mike. Then they can come and watch a little bit of me, Ian, and get over there. And then they can go to Blue Monday afterwards. That's your Sunday night, all wrapped up. Luke, the host, he'll be firing the questions. I think we're on to the Ipswich Town A to Z. What are we on? RNOPQR. We're on to S. I need to go and search out Ipswich Town players with the letter S. Anyway, 7 p.m. Mike is live tomorrow. Cheers for watching, everybody. Yeah, big game tomorrow. Big game in Scotland. Rangers versus Celtic at midday. Hearts have won today. They've turned up the pressure. Motherwell are coming up on the rails. Celtic cannot lose tomorrow. Rangers win, puts the pressure on Hearts. A draw, it's right in Hearts' lap. Wow. Football, don't we love it? End of season. This is where the old prizes are given out. Anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. I've rambled for about the last 5 minutes. If you don't want to watch that bit, don't. But yeah, watch back, get involved on YouTube. 240 likes, and we will see you all on Monday for the Hull City match preview. All the best.